Hey guys, it's Richard at Engadget, and we're in Shanghai to check out this Gionee Elife E7. This is not just any ordinary Chinese phone that you're seeing these days. This is the first phone to have Qualcomm's 2.5 GHz Snapdragon 800. So no one else has this chip yet. What you're looking at here is a 5.5-inch 1080p display here. Viewing angles are great. It's made by JDI, and so we have no problem with the picture quality here. On the back, there's actually a very special camera here. So on paper, it's just a 16 megapixel sensor, but it's also the most sensitive 16 megapixel sensor that you can get on the market right now because of the larger pixels on it. In fact, specifically, it's 1.34 microns, and the sensor is also pretty big as well. Even the camera on the front has an 8 megapixel sensor. It's actually exactly the same sensor as the one on the iPhone 5 on the back. Now, in terms of build quality, it actually feels pretty solid, except for the fact that it's got a glossy finish, which we're not so much of a fan of because we're getting a lot of fingerprints on it. And it also kind of reminds us of the Lumia 1520 on the back. Other than that, it actually feels pretty nice in our hands. You can see the three typical backlit buttons here for Android. And speaking of which, Gionee's made its own custom ROM, which is called Amigo, so it's kind of a cool name, and it's also using one of those flat designs that's becoming pretty much a trend these days. But it looks good, so we have no complaints about it. And one of the main selling points here is the live multitasking apps, but since we just rebooted it, we don't actually have any apps here. So it's got its own app store here, and let's have a look. Camera. Now, being a camera-centric device, obviously we should expect a lot of funky features here. And in fact, you can get a bunch of these settings here for Pro mode, but you can also go back to the usual simple mode here if you want to keep things simple. And both modes are actually pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. But if you want a bit more fun, like putting makeup on and things like that, there's an app called Charm Cam. So if we just do that, so we'll just walk you through this. So you can do beautification, you can make sort of tracks, and also have a PowerPoint mode. So if you take slides on say like a screen, it can automatically fix it to optimize it for your documents. You can make stamps, you can do live filters, and you get the usual other thing, best face feature as well. And there will also be a mode called food mode, which will be ideal for taking food, and it will boost the contrast and colors and things like that. So it's pretty fun. Great, it's a great time killer here. And then you've also got different themes, so you can change wallpaper, you can have different effects. Let's try and make it so a wave, see what happens. That's it, I guess. And then let's do another one. Cylinder. There we go. So it's a pretty kind of standard thing for Chinese phones these days. Really, you have all these different customizations here. And last but not least, we've got music app. Again, nothing. So you can see a bit of Chinglish going on around here because Gionee is still a relatively sort of new to the international market. But having said that, they are planning to launch this in over 40 countries around the world, so hopefully they'll get this fixed in time, or they will fix it eventually. So yeah, this is in general a pretty solid phone so far with great potential, and they have big ambitions, so we wish them the best of luck, and we are looking forward to see this around the world in different countries outside China.